You should go to the Anaconda distribution webpage and then download the corresponding version according to your operating system. So because I'm doing this for Windows first, we'll download the Windows version, save it, and then wait until it finishes downloading. Once it's downloaded, you open the window, the executable file, and follow the instructions to create the installation. Once it completes, you click Next and finish. Now you can open the Anaconda command prompt. You might have to open it using the administration rights, so let's do it again. Anaconda prompt, and then run as administrator. Alright. Now, what we want to do is we want to create a new environment, and for that, an environment where we're going to install actually the Tensorflow and keras and Python. So, because we already downloaded the Anaconda version of Python 3.7, we don't need to install Python again. We'll just create a new conda environment using the following command. And we're going to call that environment Tensorflow CPU. We're also going to install pip, and then we're going to use Python 3.6. So when you run this code, it's going to start downloading the, it's going to start creating the new environment, the new conda environment where everything is going to be installed. We click Y so that it continues to install everything that it's needed, and this might take a while. Alright, so now our environment is created and it already includes pip, and we only need to activate it. What an environment in conda is that it creates a small environment where we install every requirement that we need, and it doesn't conflict with everything else that is installed in the computer. So it's very important that you create this new environment and then you make sure to activate it. To do that, we write the command according to the name of our environment. It's going to be conda activate and then the name of the environment. And so after I run this command, it means that I'm going to be activated in this environment called Tensorflow CPU, and now everything that I run and I installed will be installed in that environment. And this is very important because you don't want it to conflict with anything that is already installed on your computer. So now that our environment is installed and created, we want to install Tensorflow, and the way to do that is we write pip install upgrade, then Tensorflow equals 1.13.1. This is the version that we will use for this class. Now it's installed in Tensorflow, and it will also take a little while installing on your computer. Now that it's finished and Tensorflow is installed, we want to install keras as well. So keras is the actual framework we will use for training any neural network or a machine learning or deep learning approach, but it uses a Tensorflow backend. So Tensorflow is a little bit more complicated, but we'll use keras to access a little bit more easily all of the capabilities of Tensorflow. So also inside our environment, always check that you're doing everything inside the environment, the conda environment that we created, and we write pip install keras. It should install everything that is required to run keras on your computer. Yeah, it's gonna be nasty as fuck. And now we test our installation by writing Python. Then it opens a Python shell, and we can write import TensorFlow as tf and see whether it imports it. Yes, it did. And now import keras. and it did import keras using Tensorflow backend. So now you know that your installation is correct. And if you want to close the Python shell, you just write exit and then a double parenthesis, and you're out of Python. And that is it. Now you have installed Anaconda in your computer. You have created a new conda environment called Tensorflow CPU, and you have installed a CPU version of Tensorflow and keras. Now, if you want to run any Python script, a way to do that is with your Anaconda installation, there's going to be a Spider installation, which is an IDE that will allow you to open Python scripts, change them, and run them. So after your Anaconda installation, you will have this Spider software on your computer, and you can open it, and you can also write your code here. So let's say we create a file that is called that is on the desktop. It's called test.py, and I will just write anything that we want to test in our script. So import TensorFlow, STF, and import keras. Right now we're not doing anything except importing these files, and we save them in the desktop. In order for us to test those files, we have to go to the desktop, and we can do that by just copying the address of that folder, and then on our Anaconda shell we can write cd and then go to that address, and then we can save. Now we can save this file on, let's say, the downloads folder, calling it test.py. And now in order to test it, we can go to the downloads folder. Let's say we save it in this folder, and we call it test.py or test and Python file, and we save it in this address. So when we save it, we can actually copy that address and go to the Anaconda prompt, write cd and then that address, and it will take us to that folder. So now you see we're located here at C, users, visitors, desktop, test. That's where we are right now. So because we're inside that folder called test, we can run Python and then test.py. And this is running the Python script that we just wrote. So we see that it actually imports TensorFlow and then it imports keras. We see that it's successful. Another way to run this file, this Python file, is from the Spider interface. And you can just click on this green arrow, just executing current console, and the working directory will be the directory of the file being executed. And as you see right now, it says that it has not found the module TensorFlow, and that is because we are not inside the environment. We're not inside the conda keras environment. So to run it, we can run it directly from the shell prompt. Because this environment is activated, then it will not be an issue.